Ready? طيب. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. It's working. Sure? Yeah. Now. Do we need a microphone or should we do it without it? What do you guys think? We need it? We don't need it, right? I think we do need it. We need it for the video or anything? Okay. وهو have to follow ساعة اليوم خلاص. طيب. الحمد لله رب العالمين. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلا تجد له وليا مرشدا اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وبارك. The da'wah for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or calling people for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is something obligatory upon every single Muslim. So, no matter what you do in life, at a certain point, you are a da'wah. Even if you're not making da'wah as a profession or as a volunteer work, you're still making da'wah through your action. In the MSA, along with us at the MCE, we both, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, trying to do our part in this area, in da'wah. The environment around us, around the university environment, and the environment around and the neighborhood that we are in at the MCE, it needs lots of da'wah. Needs lots of effort need to be done to perform the duty upon every single Muslim in that area. To achieve that, we came together and we had this initiative together, the MCE and the MSA, to work for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for da'wah together. And my recommendation at the beginning is that I need myself to be not qualified, but at least to be prepared to perform that. Again, you can just make da'wah. You know, you see somebody and you talk to him, your intention is good, but not all the time you have the tools and you have the equipment that you have to use when you're calling a non-Muslim for Islam, when you're calling a Muslim to be a better Muslim, when you're calling or you're making da'wah or you're helping a revert brother or sister. So to achieve that, we came up with this idea, let's have this discussion, workshop that we'll have together, inshallah ta'ala. You know, as you guys will see in the first session today, I'm not teaching you. It can be a kind of open discussion. If you have something from your experience, alhamdulillah, we have many brothers here and the sisters for sure. They worked for da'wah a lot and they have experience. So if you have something that you're going to add, that we all get benefit from, for sure, you can add it, you can interrupt me, and you can say, Sheikh, we should do this at that point, you missed this, we need to do that. At the end of the day, after the 6 sessions that we have, inshallah ta'ala, for this da'wah workshop, we are prepared to go outside. The good thing is, inshallah, it's going to be right after we finish, or maybe at the end or the last session, it will be the Islamic Awareness Week over here in MSA. So something that you can have these tools with you, inshallah ta'ala, and work harder during that week to make da'wah. We'll have Abdul Rahman now, inshallah. He will join us soon, inshallah, about the street da'wah and how we do it, and something that I'm actually always busy with. Like, we need to increase and put more effort in, the street da'wah, especially in our way. Inshallah ta'ala, we're going to be starting today the first session of the da'wah workshop that we have is a very simple start about what do you need to have first in yourself to be qualified or prepared, as I said earlier, to make da'wah. And a little bit before that, what is da'wah? What is it? What we're talking about? When we say da'wah, what is it? Okay? So, and then we'll go from there to different types of da'wah and how we handle each one, inshallah. So today the first session is, as you guys see, characteristics of a da'i. What do you need to have? Can I just get some suggestion before I show you what I have for today? What do you think the da'wah? What is a da'wah? We keep saying the word. What is it? Hatta even, to be honest with you, sometimes we write it in our emails and our correspondence. We write it wrong. To be honest with you, it's not D-A-W-A-H. It's not this. If you wanna force me to say it the right way, is this not the right way? Is it the right way? But we always do this way, da'wah. It's not da'wah. It's da'wah. I have to make sure that I'm writing the word properly. So what is it? What do you think?
Invitation.
Invitation. Who said invitation? Okay. Sister, go ahead.
Spreading the message of Islam in an effective way.
Perfect. What else? What do you guys can think of?
A sincere call towards the truth.
Good. So it's not invitation because we're not inviting. We're delivering a message that we have. There is a message that you have to deliver. That message came to the Prophet ﷺ, and he was ordered to deliver it, and we are ordered to deliver the same message. So, let me sorry, before I start, these are the things that I said that I'm gonna read them quickly. And anything that you guys see that it's good, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Any mistakes from me for sure. The da'wah training is for sharing experience. This is an interactive workshop. I said that earlier. You can interrupt with your comments, questions. Please let me know if you have any problem hearing or understanding me. Alhamdulillah, this is not going to be a problem. Why am I presenting this workshop is not only for knowledge, it is also for practicality. So I'm not just giving you a piece of knowledge or myself to take it and to keep it home. So I need a pledge. I need a commitment from everybody here that you're working with us through the MSA and through the MCE to deliver and to be effective member of the Da'wah committee. To be honest with you, one of the main reasons that we have this is that we don't have volunteers. We don't have people caring for that. And while you read about Da'wah, you will find that, as I said earlier, it's obligatory upon you. So it's not that you take it and you forget about it. You say, look, I cannot do it. You can. Do as much as you can. There are other people, they have more experience. You have Ahmed here, Ahmed Qadi and Abdul Rahman and Sherif here. They have more experience, they can help you with that. But I need your commitment. It's not that you take it and you leave. Or you attend today and you just, you know what, I don't have more time. So I know that most of us has the enough knowledge, allowing him or her to be a successful da'i, but they cannot translate this into action. So nothing. If I'm not working for da'wah, if I'm not delivering and conveying the message, I'm not doing anything. Usually they have this clip, Sheikh Taimur. Da'wah is to convey, not to convert. Never ever think. Some people, they misuse the word. Some people, they come on the Facebook and they say that today, alhamdulillah, we got 3 shahada. We convinced. You don't convince. You don't convert. Did anybody convert you? No, it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine that the Prophet ﷺ keep that in your mind for more than 10 years. Prophet ﷺ is a prophet, and the main support for him on earth is his uncle Abu Talib, and Prophet ﷺ is conveying the message to everybody, and his uncle, almost 10 years, he is protecting him, but he couldn't get him. He couldn't convince him, or he didn't accept the message. So it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We do our part, and it's up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So journey, but not that fast and smooth like this. It's going to be more like this, inshallah ta'ala. It will be a little dry. Expect that. We're not having fun. It's a piece of knowledge. Sometimes it's dry. So, but inshallah ta'ala, we'll try our best, and you gonna make it more exciting and interesting by your interaction. When you feel that it's getting a little bit more dry, step up and say something to make it more exciting, inshallah ta'ala. But inshallah ta'ala, it's going to be worth it, because it is for the sake of Allah at the end of the day. So today, what is da'wah? Characteristics of the da'wah, or the da'wah volunteer, da'wah. So that's number 1. We're going to be talking about this one today. Number 2, da'wah to non-Muslims, Christians, Jews, etc. Da'wah to non-practicing Muslim. And I'm going to be presenting a nice program that I started in the north side, and maybe we can work on it together, inshallah ta'ala, the home da'wah. I'll give you an idea about it and how we do it, inshallah ta'ala. Da'wah to atheists. Never ever think that non-Muslims, all the one speech is enough for all of them. Never. Somebody believes and he shares the concept of God with you is totally different from somebody who doesn't have this concept at all. So you have to be, you have to read. You have to know something about them. You have to be equipped when you talk to them. So, and then how we invite people sometimes to the masjid, and we can try to get them. Yesterday I had somebody at the masjid. He came for a tour. He had an assignment that he has to do just yesterday. And he got lots of information. And the main comment that he made, he said, Imam, you know what, we're so sorry that we didn't know anything about you guys. There's lots of people like that. They don't know anything about us. And you have the opportunity to invite them. Invite them. Arrange something for them. And this is one thing that we'll talk about, inshallah ta'ala. Da'wah to inmates. This is part of the da'wah that we do, and how we do it, and what are the requirements for that, inshallah. What's da'wah? Linguistically, the word da'wah means to invite, as you said, or summon someone. Why I said earlier it's not to invite, because some people, they stop at this point. You know what? Why don't you come with me? No, sorry, thank you. Allah. Forget. Alhamdulillah, no, not this. There is a way. There is has to be with perseverance, has to be with patience, you have to make time for that. Like you go with Abdul Rahman to the street da'wah. Do you think that everybody will be happy with you? And you know what, greet you and hug you and kiss you? Some people will, that's what's going to happen. So you have to be there when you invite. It's not only, you know what, we're here to do this. No. Like here, the technical meaning to spread the awareness of Islam. Again, wallahi, lots of people, they don't know anything about us. Absolutely zero. Sometimes you think that the official, the authorities, for example, and I give some, I already gave, and I'm still working on that, a workshop on an introductory to Islam to the officers, EPS and the RCMP. Those people, you might think that they aware of a religion, a huge religion that has over 1.7 billion people all over the earth. No, they don't know. When you talk to them, they don't know. And they come to you and say, you know what? We didn't know. So those are educated people. They have a very good position and they deal with people. They deal with Muslims. What about somebody in the street who doesn't know anything? He didn't even go to school. So I have to keep in mind that that person that I'm talking to, he doesn't know anything about me. So to invite them in a very patient way and to have deep in your mind and your brain and your heart that I'm doing this to spread the awareness of Islam to Muslims, new Muslims. Do you think that some Muslims need da'wah? Are we exaggerating when we say that? That some Muslims need da'wah, Abu Rahman?
I mean, for sure, I mean, so it all needs to be all the time in congregation and I mean, spreading.
You know what? If we raise a question now about a certain practice, you might find 30–40% of us need a da'wah about this. And we're Muslims. And we're practicing every day. And there is lots of non-practicing Muslims. I don't like the term though, but it's been used, that's why I have to use it. Because in Islam, either you're Muslim or somebody, non-practicing. They like it. So, or non-Muslims, type. But we have many people, they do that. And we learned a lot from them. However, some of them, they were not born as Muslims, by the way. Because they believed in that. And they're doing it for the sake of Allah. And they love it, and we have lots of followers. Yusuf Estes, we have a great da'iyah. Siraj, Wahaj, I met the guy lots. A very powerful speaker. He has passion. When you listen, when you watch his videos and you listen to him, it makes big difference. Hamza Yusuf, lots. Bilal Phillips. We have Zaid Shaker. Da'wah, if you want to give types of da'wah, as I said earlier, to Muslims or to non-Muslims. To Muslims first, you need at least those things. You start with a brother who is doing something wrong or haram. You go to him, like the Prophet ﷺ said that مَنْ رَأَ مِنْكُمْ مُنْكَرًا فَلْيُغَيِّرْهُ بِيَدِهِ فَإِنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ فَبِلِسَانِهِ فَإِنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ فَبِقَلْبِهِ. How many times you and I see something wrong, or a friend is doing something wrong, or a family member doing something wrong, and we don't say anything? Did it happen before with you? Did it happen? I'm asking you.
Someone, yeah, smoking or...
Exactly. And lots. Word that you say. The Prophet ﷺ said that, you know what? Don't stop and stay like that. But I can't do anything. With my kids, I can use my power, I can stop this, but other people I can't. No, you can't. He said, with your tongue. But however, using the tongue is not it's not something unlimited. You have to be within the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shaped for us. When He said subhanahu wa ta'ala at the end of Surah Al-Nahl, "Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil-hikmati wal-maw'izati al-hasanah." So when I advise, I have to be very smart using a wise way. Number two, the right time and the words that I use. So can be one of these, and we'll talk about them in details, inshallah ta'ala. Khutbah lectures, one of the things that we've been dealing with the MSA, they have a problem finding an imam, a khatib to give them the khutbah. We're talking about 500 and more people pray Jum'ah in the campus, and they don't have somebody to give a khutbah. There was another initiative. It was good to train some brothers to give khutbahs, something that we need to think of. And I said the prison and the home da'wah and the advice. Da'wah to non-Muslims, what should we do? What do we need to do? Do we need to invite them, as I said, go outside, outreach and visit them, open house, invite them, spread and go outside and give them literatures? What do we need to do? Interfaith, does it help us or not? All of these things. Da'wah to new Muslims, the classes and following up is very important with them. Right. So that everybody now understand that inshallah ta'ala, so what time is it?
6:30.
6:30? Still we have time, inshallah. That will be the mainstream, inshallah ta'ala, for this workshop. We'll go in, every session will be tackling something. But today, after the introduction, is about us, about you. What you miss? Maybe inshallah ta'ala you have 5 of them, 6 of them, but what do you miss? And you work on that inshallah ta'ala and correct your intention. What do you need to have with you before you make that? Number 1. Don't come to me and say, you know what, I love that. Like some people, for example, you know what, when you talk to them, they give me as much as you can of thought. The Shaykh on the member on Friday is saying that prayer is the second pillar of Islam. Sister, for example, is explaining to some sisters that hijab is obligatory in Islam. She doesn't have hijab. And the Shaykh doesn't pray. He just prays Jum'ah and he leaves. And in Islam, we don't drink. Let's have a... And then you go with him. In Islam, we don't do this. In Islam, we don't do this. Yes, it's not enough. It's not enough at all. Your behavior, and this is by the way, it's very, very sad when you hear a Muslim coming to you and say that, you know what, in my business, I don't deal with Muslims at all. I love to deal with non-Muslims. Why? Because you know what, they're not good in behavior, in dealing outside. No, we're not isolated, and we don't isolate ourselves from Islam when we leave the masjid. So in the masjid we pray, and we speak, and we talk, and we do, and we are the best human being ever. And we go outside with different people. No. So the first thing ever, and this is by the way something that it bothers lots of the da'i. And it actually occupies lots of their thinking. Like, you know what? Am I doing it the right way or wrong? And it's good. If you reach that level, you're good. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah As-Saff, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لِمَ تَقُولُونَ مَا لَا تَفْعَلُونَ. Oh, you believe, how come you say something that you don't do? How come you order me to do something and you don't do it? So first of all, work on yourself. And have this confidence that you are, inshallah ta'ala, a practicing Muslim. Khalas, you can answer this. Are you a practicing Muslim? Or you need some to work on yourself a little bit. For the brothers and the sisters for sure. Okay. A lot. You know what, if you ask me now about medicine, for example, you have a headache or you have a stomach ache, I'm gonna either refer you to somebody or I'm gonna say, you know what, I don't know. But answer me. And correct me if I'm wrong. If somebody entered that room now and asks us about a fatwa in Islam, how many of us will speak up and answer that question? How many? Do we face that problem in our da'wah work or not? Do we have to have a reference or not? Do we have to work on getting the enough knowledge that helps me to speak about that area or not? Do you agree with me or not? What do you think? Just I talk, and you know what? It's only about La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. That's it. Man, it's very simple. The guy will come, I'll stop him. You know what? We're here to say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Who are you? Who's Muhammad? What do you know about him? Why did he marry more than one wife? Why? Do you have the answer? Where is your God? How he looks like? How he or she? How many kids he had? How many prophets? Why especially Muhammad is your prophet? How many years he lived for? What's the connection between Muhammad and Isa and Musa? What is the connection between Muhammad and Ibrahim? Who's the father of Isa? What's Isa for you? Why he's not God? Who's his mother? How come she got pregnant? These are all questions that have simple answers. So I need also to work on that. However, to be honest with you, in our work, every day we get something new. Every day. Like questions that you never ever thought of. You have to work, and nothing wrong at all to have a reference that you go back to right away, or you ask somebody, or you ask this person to wait for you until you verify the answer and get back to them. So the knowledge about Islam is very important, and do not make a difference between Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. When we say Islam, it's Islam. It's all in the Deen and the Islam. So any question about Musa or Isa, it's from Islam. You have the answer in Islam. So please, again, I'm not trying to stop you from doing it. I need you guys. I need everybody's effort. And we need to be there together to achieve that goal, inshallah ta'ala. But at least, inshallah, you read a little bit, educate yourself a little bit, learn about certain areas that we need to learn about, especially inshallah the points that we're going to raise in the workshop. And then if you have any, you might ask me a question and I have to go work on it and come back with it next week inshallah ta'ala, or the next session inshallah ta'ala. So that's very important, the learning or educating yourself about your own religion. Again, I was coming to the session and a brother mentioned somebody he knew and he was a revert. And good that we have stats today. He was a revert. That brother was a revert, like Ustaz. And he said that I'm so worried about him. Sometimes he said words to me that he's taking a little bit extreme word. You might lose your Muslim brother, a revert, or even a born Muslim, if you're going extreme with him, with your da'wah. Again, be moderate, be wasati. Not in the fundamentals. To be moderate, you know what, the sister wants to go out without hijab. Again, I use the same example. Be moderate. It's not a big deal. No, it is a big deal. The brother wants to pray the 5 times together because he didn't have time, or he doesn't have time the whole day. No, this is not moderation. Moderation means that there are 4 different opinions about that issue. Wiping over the socks. Can I or not? The ulama, they said you can. I have to be, you know what, a brother, a new brother, for example, it happens a lot with us. A new brother, a revert brother or sister, and the family, they don't know yet that they're Muslims. No, okay, you go home, you kill the dog, and you go to the fridge, you get all the pork outside, you break the liquors in the house, and you tell them you're all kuffar, you have to get out of here, then we're all in trouble. They will come after me. Who's the sheikh of this masjid? They will come after me, and then see you later, inshallah. No, it's not this. He has to take his time to adapt himself with the new life. Which means that he might not be able to pray on time because he has to hide from them. She might not be able to have the hijab for a couple of months. It's fine. I'm not saying that it's fine to live without the hijab, but she is in a situation that it's hard. I have to be Muslim. I have to be moderate in handling many issues with new Muslims, with Muslims, and with somebody from outside. You know what? When you become Muslim, if you leave Islam, we're going to kill you. He's not going to accept Islam anyway. So why have to be killed? Because I might think to leave Islam on time. No. So wasatiyah again, don't misunderstand being moderate to be easy in everything. No. There are fundamentals that we cannot, it's not in my hand or in your hand to ignore them. Did you see Obama said? Yeah, that was in Cairo University, 2009 something. Abdurrahman, did you see him?
It was so hard for someone to go there.
No, I was in the States that time, so I was not in
I
Egypt.
think you were checking even the washrooms to see if there's nothing around.
Okay. Anyway, number 4. That's the one of the main concepts of our religion. Not only a da'i, you as a father at home. If you keep, telling your son to pray, inshallah ta'ala, when you get older or your wife, you have to pray, you have to wake up for Fajr, and you're sleeping. To talk as much as you want. No effect. If you want to keep making da'wah, and I accept Islam with you, or I'm just coming to observe, when I come to the masjid and I find you're not that person. So role model is important. ولذلك الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة. You had the model in your Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Patience. Again, we talked about it quickly before. Without patience, you're not going to do it. You will never be able to do it.